Hello and welcome to the UnCalled Four. It's so great to be here tonight. We have a great show set up for you. We've got a whole bunch of silliness to watch. So I'm so excited about this. So let's just get started and get right around the room. Let's start with Mipet. How are you today, Mipet?
I'm really well, thank you, guys. It's freezing bloody cold, but I'm really good today.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. And how about you, Bad Astra? How are you tonight?
I'm
really good,
There he is.
and I was muted. So aside from my inability to do technology today, I am very good hanging out with my puppy and wife. It's the good life.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. That's so exciting. And how about you, Miss Linda? How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Spent a little time in the pool today, and now I'm all ready for this.
Excellent. We've got some great stupid tonight, so I can't wait to see it. It should be good. And how about you, B?
I am doing great, thank you. Had a good weekend. Went out to eat at a couple places, had a couple drinks, and yeah. Almost ready for Monday.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Yay. And how about you, Dick? How are you tonight?
Oh, everything's good. Sweltering heat wave in my area, so I have an HEC machine just screaming in my window 10 feet from me. But I have some heavy-duty noise cancellation on the microphone, so it should be okay.
There you go. There you go. And last but not least, our special guest for tonight, Southern Hemisphere Globe Head. How are you, Sal?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I had a wonderful weekend.
Excellent. And we're so glad to have you, and I'm so excited. And before we forget, we have a Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey. How are you tonight, Jut?
Well, oi, ladies, innit? Oh, and Dick,
Yeah.
of course. I thought I was the only, well, he's not among us. Anyways, he doesn't count, does he, eh? Oh, wow. Do you know what? SHGH in the house. What a pleasure. I'm so glad you're here.
How's it, Jutmonk?
Yeah, man. I can believe it when I see you was on, because none of these girls know I was coming on. I just thought, I'm going to gate crash this party.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Well, yeah, I want to say hello to everyone, because Bad Astra, I'm sorry, I don't know if I've met you before. If I have, I'm sorry, I was probably drunk.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. So, Vishanti on ice. Come on, there is a Vishanti here, isn't there? I heard there was. No, there isn't.
Not tonight. Oh, yeah.
Never mind. But NoJustBe. Hi, don't know you either, unless I was drunk too.
No. I know you weren't drunk that time, I don't think. I don't think you were there when I was on before. So, hello.
I remember you now. I remember your voice. Yeah. Oi. Mipet, honey. Get in there. Give me a big hug. Hi, Mrs. Bertelson.
Hi, Jut.
Hi. Big hug.
Hi.
And Aimee,
He hugs back.
please stop rubbing my tail that violently. You've just stuck your thumb up my jacksie 4 times now.
Sorry, missed there. Things happen. You know how it is.
Yeah, but it hurts. Stop it.
Oh, sorry.
So I said I just like the tickles.
Yeah, just tickles. Sorry, I'll remember that for next.
Yeah, there comes up bums.
No, that's
Thank
not
you.
good.
Leave it
Back
there.
in your cage, damn it. Back in your cage.
I mean, there is a big difference between biting and nibbling, so.
That is a big
Indeed.
difference. That
Yeah, I
was
know, but she's got long nails.
Yeah, it's like self-defense and kink, right? You know?
I tell you what, cut your nails. I ain't got a problem with it. But them sharp nails, nah.
no, sharp nails aren't good.
So should I pull out the folders and see what we've got to look at, or what do you all
Yes,
want
please.
to get into?
Yes,
Let's
please.
do it.
Let's see what we've got, please.
All right.
It's
So
gonna be something weird.
yeah. Oh well.
Okay.
I want to keep
Too much
everybody's interest. I'm going to keep everybody's interest at heart here, so I'm going to throw out a few. So we've got, let's see here, how the sun and the moon truly orbit over God's flat Earth. We have.
Doesn't even make sense as a title because an orbit, well, it's not circle.
Yeah.
It's not circle, is it? An orbit is clearly, describes one thing, really, doesn't it? Atoms have orbits, planets have orbits, and they're generally spherical.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we got how the sun and the moon truly orbit our flat Earth. We've got Freedom Day canceled. Otherwise, no legal basis for I'm crying because I think I'm smarter than everybody. Bullshit. And your third choice will be: did planes fly into an invisible shield in Antarctica?
Well, that would be interesting.
Ooh,
Planes.
I want to see the planes.
I want to hear the planes too.
Definitely.
There we
All right.
go. That sounds
All
good.
right.
I
Yeah.
want to smoke whatever that guy's smoking.
That's usually what we all want to do.
Yeah.
These videos.
I agreed. So, for your viewing pleasure, an obvious
Hello,
idiot.
you were listening to Feed Your Mind, and today we will discuss information about planes that were said to have crashed into an alleged invisible force field type barrier.
Amazing Photoshop job.
And so,
Just-
this was said to have taken
You
place
think it
during
was real?
Admiral Byrd's high jump mission. And so, Project High
Wasn't that
Jump
from Die
actually
Hard?
began around
I love
August of
that the plane is
1946,
sliced in
but this
half.
high jump mission was actually canceled early and only lasted till around February of 1947.
What do we know about Operation High Jump, about Admiral Byrd's expedition in the autumn of 46, the early spring of 47, to the South Pole? This is an expedition that has been almost forgotten, and it's very hard to come up with any information about it. It was a massive naval operation. It was not, as it has been presented to the public, that it was a peaceful expedition to explore the natural resources of the South Pole. And then they started a massive overflight over the whole area of the South Pole. What was it that Admiral Byrd found on the South Pole?
So the official story is that this high jump mission was a mission to establish Little America down in Antarctica as a permanent research base. But by the looks of the equipment that they brought down there with them, there was probably much more going on there than we're being told. And so one thing you must know is that whatever happened to make this mission end so suddenly is probably related to the reason why there is an Antarctic treaty that was established just 10 years later, around 1958.
Oh,
and so
God.
skeptics will say, oh, this
Probably.
Antarctic treaty is all
Could
about
be.
saving the whales
Okay.
and the environment and stuff. But
So-
really,
There is a research base at the South Pole. Like, I have friends who have gone to the South Pole telescope. It's actually an inside joke. They call it being deployed to the South Pole telescope. I interviewed one who was there for a couple months. Like, there is a research base at the South Pole. It wasn't ended. It's still there. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
Actually, what I could add to that in saying that there is a South Pole,
Yes.
in a pole.
Well, let's just be honest. Between all the major countries, we have observation centers everywhere. Like, they're everywhere. That's not shocking at all. They
Not
have
really, no.
things to monitor. Like,
Linda, Linda, do you think he's alluding to the fact that their version of the treaty means that nobody's allowed to be there at all, where actually what it means is nobody develops it for commercial or military use?
Oh, let me put on my amazing Kreskin hat, and I would say yes.
All that treaty's for is to protect that land, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is all the
That's what
treaty
it's
is for.
So no other country can claim it. It's left as it is, as it should be. But obviously we can. There's a lot we can learn from it for a start. And that's why we're there. We will continue to learn about our planet there. So, but I mean, you can go there. You can literally go online and book and go there.
Yeah.
Fly over it.
They just
boat
won't
there on
eat.
one of those Russian icebreaker boats or whatever they call them. It's, you know, if you just fucking look at this on the internet, pardon my French ladies, I keep forgetting I'm amongst women and not just drunken geezers in the pub. Yeah, so you can just go there, but yeah, they think that it's, yeah, they're idiots. I don't want to say anymore. Someone else speak.
They tried, Monkey. They tried.
Yeah.
The thing that kills me about this so far is that the old video that he's doing a feed of while he's stopping it and talking, it's not even saying what he's saying. Like he's saying all this other stuff, and they're just saying, "Oh, we went on an exploration," and he's saying, "Well, they're trying to find the dome." Like they never even said that. He's just putting words in their mouth.
Yes.
Exactly that. There's no mention of a dome.
No.
And what is the name of his channel? Why do these people always come up with these like amazing sounding channel names and their content does not match their channel name?
Called clickbait.
Yeah. Sorry.
Very much so. Very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know exactly what you're saying because, I mean, you know, I'm called Jutmonkthedrunk Monkey, yet, you know, you don't see much of me just drinking and falling about.
And that's disappointing.
It really is.
Not really.
Yes.
Trust me.
We need you to
Trust
drink
me,
more.
And falling about.
What was that, Southern?
I'm saying we need him to drink more and fall over more. He's not drinking enough, falling over enough.
I agree.
I'm letting you down, am I? Need to whack down a few more tequilas. Crack on.
Shall we have some more then?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
In 1958, those types of causes were not really around at that time. So that's not the reason why Antarctica was cut off from being accessed. And really, another thing that you must remember is that almost every single major country is part of this Antarctic Treaty. And so you must remember that with all of this alleged hostile activity between all of these countries, they're also cooperating very nicely in Antarctica and the space station and stuff like that. But yet, when you turn on the news, you keep hearing about Russia-U.S. relations and China and North Korea
and whatnot. And so the way this world operates behind closed doors is not what we were told.
And so during Project High Jump, this was a massive military operation that consisted of
difficulties between countries actually do cause science difficulties. Like that's actually a thing. Like there are scientific papers that scientists have difficulty getting in their home country because of political issues. For example, I interviewed an archaeologist who was looking for a paper by this German archaeologist and couldn't find it anywhere in like English libraries, like even online. And it hadn't been translated into English because it was written in the 1930s in Germany. Like all like geopolitical conflict does really fuck up science. Like it's actually a thing. It's not that these countries are cooperating really well behind closed doors. It's that North Korea doesn't go to the International Space Station. It's that we're not really at war with Russia. That's why we can have Russians and Americans at the International Space Station. And the other like largest contingent is Italians. Like we're not at war with the countries we cooperate on science with.
Yeah.
It's a different set of countries. There are 192 countries.
Exactly. And ask an archaeologist how they feel about turmoil in the Middle East and how that affects, well, you know, things that they would like to go and study. And you better have a big bottle of wine for that conversation. Holy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know, big points, big points. Should I let it keep going? Does anybody want to chime in?
No, go ahead.
Aircraft carrier with 33 planes. There was also said to be 13 battleships several armed submarines, about 4,700 U.S. troops, and also reports of British and Russian involvement. So this seems to be quite the operation for simply setting up their permanent base in Antarctica. It really seems like there's probably much more going on than what the official story leads us to believe. And so in my video, Secret Discovery in Antarctica Hidden in Plain Sight, we go into a deeper discussion about what was going on before and after this whole high jump mission. So check that out when you get a chance. And so Admiral Byrd was said to have spent about most of the 1920s and the 1930s down in Antarctica. And it wasn't until this high jump mission that he was ready to take on this challenge and go deeper into Antarctica than ever before. And so what stands out about this is that when you do your research, you find out that circumnavigation of this Earth has only been east to west. And so there is no verifiable evidence that
true.
anyone has ever journeyed.
No, that's a load of BS.
That's just
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. It a lot of that east to west is because of where they started. Has nothing to do with anything else.
Also, nobody's going to Antarctica. It's cold as shit.
There's no reason to, other than for
science.
science.
Yeah.
And
So
now
why is there
tourism.
trash down there?
So, Mark Beiser in the chat said, my father was a photographer for the U.S. Navy on Operation Deep Freeze in 57 and 58. Lots of pictures of ice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
yeah.
it is. That's what's in Antarctica. Ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he killed in the chat, when you do your research, laugh my fucking ass off. Come on. I like that.
He didn't do enough research. He should have read a little bit more of the treaty.
Yes.
I don't understand how these people can just make fools of themselves. Just a simple Google search will find out that he's talking absolute bollocks.
Yes.
Indeed.
That's pretty much it.
Google. What's Google? I see people say some shit on TikTok that just blows my mind. It's stuff like this. Like they don't even look it up.
Actually, I have an answer for what is Google, though. Google is a search engine that people don't use DuckDuckGo use. Okay, you guys want some more?
Sure.
Completely across
Yeah,
Antarctica
why not?
and ended up on the other side of the Earth. All reports of anyone who has claimed to journey across Antarctica, it's always just a little portion of Antarctica that they cross, not the entire continent. And so check out my video, Proof the Compass and Magnetic North is Not What You Were Told, for more information about that. I will also be going into a deeper discussion about the north-south circumnavigation of this Earth in a later video, so make sure you click your notification bell so that you don't miss it. And so as Admiral Byrd and his 33 aircraft were flying deeper and deeper into Antarctica, they eventually were said to have gotten to a place where there was lakes that were not frozen. And so that's a pretty strange detail, because the reports of why the mission was canceled was because of blizzard conditions and extreme winter weather. So for there to be lakes that were not frozen, it sounds pretty interesting indeed.
Wait. Hold on. Has this guy never been to the Midwest? Because I live in Chicago on Lake Michigan, and we get blizzards here. Lake Michigan, though, doesn't always freeze over during blizzards.
Yeah.
You can have a lake and also blizzards. So even though it's bullshit, it's still like, what?
Yeah. Well, like this winter, we had the river usually freezes over in the wintertime, but we only had 2 weeks of river ice this winter, and we had snow and everything, and it was, I mean, we'd had some pretty good snows and the water was still open. It doesn't make a difference. This guy is weird. I don't think he lives in a cold climate.
Yeah.
No.
Plus, at that point, you don't know anything about said water. Could it be briny or so on and so forth, fed by an underspring? You just have no idea. You can't just assume you're right because you looked at a picture, smoked a joint, and said, yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to really expand your mind, go with LSD, man.
Sounds good to me.
Me too.
After this week, I'm tempted.
Yeah. I'll get our server over at the commercial break coming up. So, a little more video then.
Sure.
Yes,
Should I put a gong vote up in the chat and see A, if Streamlabs even lets it work, and B, what everybody else thinks?
Sure.
Sure.
Land on these
Alright.
lakes.
try.
And this is where I suspect they most likely set up camp, and Admiral Byrd ordered the planes to go back to Little America, get more fuel, and bring that fuel back to this new camp area where this non-freezing lake was, and set up a refueling station in order for the planes to travel even deeper into Antarctica. And so this is where it gets interesting, because as they travel deeper into Antarctica, this is where there are reports of Admiral Byrd losing a portion of these 33 planes that he had taken on this high jump mission. There are reports that possibly dozens of planes started crashing into what was said to be an invisible barrier in Antarctica.
What was it that Admiral Byrd found on the South Pole? Incredibly enough, in an official American Navy documentary film, we found footage of what Admiral Byrd found on the South Pole. He found giant freshwater, never freezing lakes with areas around them that were free of any snow. And in that film, we show footage of the Navy planes landing in these lakes. But even more so, he found, to his amazement, that his planes were disappearing very quickly. A lot of them crashed into invisible barriers and disintegrated in mid-flight. This is an indication that the Germans had already perfected the force field shields, and they were up and operational around the German colony of NoJustBe.
What?
Okay, wait a minute. So it's not a dome, it was a German force field. So that's even better.
The Germans developed
A force field.
Star Trek force fields.
Yes. That the planes were
Mind
crashing
blown.
into, which he's calling a dome now. He's changing it to a dome. Yeah. You can't make this shit up. Well, he
Wait,
does.
no,
But you can't.
Wasn't this in the 50s?
Yeah.
Wasn't this in Independence Day?
The 40s, the 40s and 50s. The 40s,
in the
actually.
50s, Germany was not only split into two countries, but it was also completely destroyed and like barely recovering with the Marshall Plan because it was war-torn and ransacked. Like Germany was in no position to be developing force fields. The reason for the giant manufacturing boom in America in the 50s was because all of Europe had been basically leveled by a giant world war. Germans were developing force fields. They were trying to get their economy back on its feet.
Yeah, they wanted Volkswagens, man. What the hell?
Yeah, they wanted cars and electricity. What is this nonsense?
I'll tell you what, right? I mean, surely if they could develop a force field, maybe they would have used it instead of the Berlin Wall.
Exactly.
I don't know. That was
I don't know.
ridiculous. I had to jump out, but I was still listening in, and I was going crazy. It was just a bunch of. It just got worse and more weird.
Mm-hmm.
Ramblings.
Yes, weird as fuck. You know the what? Yeah. Say that word. Ramblings. Perfect.
Try this again. I can't make the votes work. People vote, but Streamlabs just goes, sorry, I didn't see that. It's just, I don't know what's going on.
It keeps saying the poll is closed or canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I Yeah, I just opened a new one, so everybody get a vote in, and we'll see if Streamlabs responds with so and so voted with, because none of the votes are being recorded. But anyway, enough about that.
Oh, weird. Well, in the meantime, I do have a good comment here from Kevin Conrad. He says, yes, Antarctica has subglacial lakes. These lakes form at the boundary between ice and the underlying bedrock, where gravitational pressure decreases the pressure melting point of ice. This is known.
Yep.
That's really
Good
cool. Thank you.
comment.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin.
That guy's brain is gonna melt now. That's too much detail for me.
Also, Mark Beiser commented that the invisible barrier could have just been the side of a mountain. In blizzard conditions, there is a thing called a whiteout that can happen where it is so bright and sunlight is reflected off of all of this snow and everything's covered, and you can't see 6 feet ahead of you because the light is so flat. And it's actually really dangerous in survival situations. But like a plane crashing into just a mountain that it could not see because of blizzard conditions totally could have happened. I'm not saying that like that's what it is, mainly because I think planes crashing into invisible barriers might not have actually happened. I think that could have been made up. But if the planes were crashing into invisible barriers, they could have just been like mountains or glaciers that they could not see.
And I 100% agree with you. Being a former over-the-road truck driver, I've driven every kind of weather condition out there. And I drove into a blizzard whiteout one time where everybody had to pull off the road. We literally could not see. I almost hit the back end of a car when I pulled off the road, and it was like black or something because I didn't see it 10 feet in front of me. So yeah, that's real.
All right. So where are we at then? We can't do a vote on Streamlabs that's worth, its weight in dog shit. So it's just not working right now.
We got a panel vote because I think we've seen enough.
I think we should poll the panel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
I
enough.
vote gong.
I vote gong.
I vote
Gong,
gong.
please.
Moving on.
2-1.
There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Did that even go through? Hold on. Let me try that again. There. Sorry. Okay.
There we go. That was too painful. Too painful.
All right.
That's just too much
In the
stupid.
bin with ya. All right.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, to get my mind off of that, right? I literally started taking my eye out with a fork, and then I realised it hurts.
Well, see, we had to stop that.
Yeah, well, it hurts. I thought, yeah, I should stop that. But I mean, I thought it'd be more fun than listening to that.
Good call.
Stick
You're not wrong.
a knitting needle in your ear and bleach in your eyes. Get it right, Chuck.
Yeah, but I've done that before and it hurts, so I was trying something different.
Oh, fair enough.
I thought that was the Dubé description,
Yeah,
but
way
yeah, okay.
back. Yeah.
So,
what's
anybody
next?
want to do thoughts and wrap-ups on that video, or do you want me to just throw you right back into the deep end?
I'll just say, yeah, it was a massive pile of toilet. The guy, it just got worse and worse and worse to the point where it was almost incoherent rubbish. So, yeah.
That's enough said. I think that's pretty much enough. He said it all.
He summed it up pretty good. Yep.
He did.
Yeah.
It was so bad that when you said debate, I thought bidet.
Those aren't the same thing.
Pretty much.
It's almost the same thing.
More like a B-day. B-day and a B-day are closer.
Isn't that a saying down in Australia? But hey, mate, isn't that what they do?
B-day, not a
Watch
B-day.
it.
Hey, there's
You know,
nothing wrong.
can you wash your ass with, you lot?
There's
Well,
nothing
not
wrong
just
with
pick
wishing
my own
your
ass,
mate.
it-
There's nothing
And
wrong with
it's-
wishing your mate has a clean ass, man. It's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
It gets to the hairs, you see, and down my tail. Well, ask Aimee, she's got it on her hands now.
I'm going to fling it back at you too in a minute. So what do we have next, Dick?
She's winding up.
That's
Well,
right. Yeah.
let's look into the folders here. So I have one called Howie Roll. I got nothing. That's all it says is Howie Roll. Spelled out, it's HOWIROLL. So Howie Roll. How I roll? Howie Roll? I don't know. You tell me.
How I roll, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we have a Liquidarian Healing Journey.
Oh.
Liquidarian?
Oh no.
Yeah, liquidarian.
Like only
Yeah.
eats liquid?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. And then we have Trust Science or Common Sense.
Oh God.
I need to know what liquidarian is. I need to know.
Yeah, I really do. I
Okay,
can't even
that
stop
one's
thinking
fine.
about it.
There you go.
That one's good.
All right. Okay. So here we go. I'll get us all set over onto the why is that asshole still there? Go
Hello,
away.
wonderful people.
There we go. All right.
This is sharing of the liquidarian path
Oops.
and how it has helped me and what has really worked well. So I wanted
Look
to
really
share that I
sickly?
used to get migraine headaches, and being on liquids has cured that forever. And that makes sense because Healthline said migraines, they don't understand the cause, but it has to do with energy meridian blockages, according to
Wait, this guy looks like he's like on high on something. First of all,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he looks like he's hungover,
He looks like
and
he has a migraine.
Yeah, he looks like shit, man. I totally want to be a liquidarian now.
Yeah.
If
don't you
anything,
wanna look
he
like
needs to get plenty of bloody water inside him and go to bed and have a choke. You know, or Bashley or Bishop, or you know what I mean, ladies.
This is your stream. This is your stream. This is your stream on meth.
Not even once.
Yeah.
I want to know what the actual liquids are, though. Is he going to tell us?
It's clearly vodka.
Clearly.
Yeah, only that sort of like blue ace or whatever. I don't know what you got on wherever you come from, but we got this one that it's not even made from apples. It's literally chemicals. Lovely. Tastes like plasticine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Only the
How would
best.
you know that? Have you ever tasted plasticine, Chuck?
Yeah, of course.
That's a worry.
I didn't. I mean, when I was given plasticine, first thing I did was put it in my mouth.
He's a monkey. Come on.
We better continue before he starts flinging shit.
It's like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, too late.
I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction here before I push play. I think the juice that he loves, his liquidarian diet, is the succulent juices that come directly from a donkey's anal
someone
gland.
who I really respect,
Oh,
Kelly Tom
God, I
Ellen,
thought you were going to say,
where
like,
the
spinach
energy
was-
coming through our chakra
Never. No. I always go
gets
harder than that.
blocked from all this heavy solid food, and other things can contribute to it as well. But
Food is
just
blocking
on
your
raw fruits
energy.
and vegetables, blended up
does he sound like he wants
into
to
watery
cry?
soups and smoothies, always makes me feel clear, energetic, bright. My mood is way higher.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
this is
He seems like his girlfriend just left him. That's what it is. Thank you.
I was just going to say, after a year on a liquid diet, he's full of shit. There is no way it gives you energy drinking crap. It's horrible.
I'd like to tell you something from experience. When I broke my jaw coming off a mountain bike and I had to have it wired up, I actually no, I wasn't drunk. I had to live on a liquid diet for 5 weeks. And it's basically I was buying soup, I was blending up vegetables, I was even blending up meat, you know. but I lost so much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
because
right.
it was passing through me. I had nothing to digest. So I lost, I think it was close to 10 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dropped off.
Mipet
Yeah.
lost most of herself.
But it was difficult to eat, you know, and it was frustrating.
Yeah.
So, but
Exactly.
it just dropped off me, man. I was very active. That was the thing. I had such an active life and burnt a lot of calories, and that's partly why it probably dropped off me, you know.
Yeah.
But so yeah, you need to chew food.
Yeah.
Exactly. 'Cause not chewing, no energy.
Chomp, chomp, baby.
And you know, it can also work the other way. People with bad teeth, I know this because my ex was a dental technician, but was one. Now she's a carer. And she said that people that have bad teeth and can't chew their food properly also lose weight.
Yeah.
Because they don't digest it all properly.
Oh, absolutely. The start of digestion happens in your mouth.
Yes. Your teeth, if you've got bad teeth, that can give you heart problems, diabetes, all sorts can, you know.
What about
have a knock on
what about
effect just from bad teeth?
What about people who sit around all weekend on YouTube watching stupid people getting drunk? You know, like what you know, that gives you a diet and a hangover.
Well, yeah, because they make us so sick to our stomachs we can't even eat when we're done watching this bullshit.
Yeah. You know, you can't recharge. It's just more alcohol, more.
Watching this bullshit makes me want to have a shit and throw it.
Should we watch more of this? Should we watch more of said excrement then?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Let's see
Get
who's got.
on.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to cry.
90% of that or so.
Yeah.
So it's highly recommended. All you need is a good blender, and some of the other tools that I found really helpful is lung breathing. So inhaling, start with 5 in, 5 out, and then slowly work up to...
What? Huh?
We have
Okay, can I ask?
He's got to concentrate on breathing.
He said lung breathing, correct? Like
That's
as
what it
opposed
sounded
to,
like. As opposed to, I don't know how
I've
you
been
breathe.
spleen breathing this whole time. I should have been breathing with my lungs, not my spleen.
Oh, shit.
That's
No
it.
wonder I have such trouble smoking. Like, what is that, like a throat hit versus a really deep hit, you know? I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I'm talking
He's,
of a hit. I wish he'd get hit.
Lung breathing.
This is the kind of person that could really make their parents proud. Wow.
that's why he's out in the woods. They disowned him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yeah.
They moved. You know, right now they're living somewhere in Israel. I don't know.
Also,
In a minute, he's going to turn around and say, I just get fresh water out of this nice concrete round pool by this station. You know, about never mind. Drinking shit water, probably.
Wait, was this a
Oh, yeah.
TikTok, or did he just film a video vertically for no reason?
Oh, yeah. We call it flurfical vertical video because flat earthers
like
and
that.
so on always do it. Yeah.
I like that. Flurfical.
Yeah.
Vertical.
I just don't think about vertical video. I don't like it.
No, me either. I hate it.
But you know what we'll say about these flurf videos or any of these idiots, right? It's like when we make a video, we kind of, you know, we put an effort in. We might write some kind of script, or you know, some people put a lot of effort in. These geezers and gals just literally switch on a camera and chat bollocks,
And then upload it.
Yeah.
Like without editing out any parts that don't make sense. They don't play back and listen to what the hell they were saying.
Exactly.
But also,
exactly.
if you want to dispense advice in big air quotes, at least comb your hair.
But I mean, you understand. But I mean, it's not just combing his hair. He needs a flipping haircut. And but I mean, if you're going to go live, then you're going to speak off the cuff. But if you're going to upload a video, you don't just speak off the cuff. I mean, unless you're a globe-denying, reality-rejecting, backward-thinking, cretinous dipshit.
He does.
I mean, tell us
he
how
does
you
look
really
a
feel.
little. Well, he does look a little bit like a lost puppy that just had a really bad sexual experience with a big cat.
Oh,
Now
damn.
that's a bad day.
What do you think? Should I play a bit more of this sweaty fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
drugged
need to
out
know
person?
what
Yeah,
he's drinking.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck
There
yeah.
we go. This is everything you need to know about why you should not drink mouthwash.
15 to 20 is around our next great step, and even longer. Another one is really choosing your company, who you hang out with. Like, obviously, if someone's recovering from addiction, you're not going to be around other people doing that substance.
I thought
It's
we were
just
talking about
tempting and hard.
migraines.
And so in this case, on the liquidarian to pranic path, you want to really have your own sacred space, and initially, at least, I find, politely avoid meal times whenever possible.
Avoid
Also, quality
temptation.
connection maybe is important, especially if you have kids. Of course.
I
sitting
feel
with
like
them.
that addict comment was really an admittance of his own guilt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought so too.
This whole video, in a way, is an admission of his own guilt. He has made so many poor choices in his life. He is just putting on display that he's now made one that he thinks has made all the difference and started turning him around.
Do you know, can I just say, this geezer, right, is on the wrong platform. Piss off to TikTok. That's where people upload bollocks like this.
Yeah.
YouTube is meant for entertainment. This is not entertainment. Do it on TikTok. Lots of people spill their guts and cry and all sorts on there.
But maybe he needs to. Maybe he needs an actual like psychologist or something. He should speak to somebody. He's really hopping from like topic to topic, and why would anybody just avoid meal times and need a sacred space?
Yeah, no, and he's having trouble articulating. He can't even keep control of his thoughts. He's random. He keeps pausing.
All of these are
what's going on there?
symptoms of low
If you
blood
really-
sugar and hypoglycemia. Like, I'm actually worried about his health.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
good point.
you're actually right. I'm hypoglycemic, and I didn't even think about it. But you're absolutely correct. Yeah, you start
I got-
acting crazy when your blood sugar's too off.
Yeah. I got a
Yeah,
great
we
comment
might be
from the
about to
chat.
pass it.
Oh, sorry, Astra. I got a really great comment from the chat from Woden Toad. He needs to shave. He'd look less like he died in Pompeii.
Yes. Yes, he would. And comb his hair.
That's awesome.
He may not
Well,
be able to afford
don't
it,
know
though.
what's go-
We don't know.
Yeah. So let's see here. Sorry, Monk. Sorry, Monk. Well, there's 55 seconds in the video left. There you go. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was about to say, we really don't know what's going on with this geezer. I learned a valuable lesson once. A friend of mine was working as a security guard on a gate, and he asked somebody for ID, as he would. The guy told him to fuck off, basically. And he said, "Sir, I can't let you in unless you show me some ID." The guy got out of the car and threw him over the bonnet. Said, "Open the gate. I own the fucking place." My mate was like, "What the hell, Open, let him through, and then reported it to his boss because he was contracted. So, he didn't work there, but he was contracted there. Anyway, it turned out that this guy wouldn't normally have behaved like that, but his son had just been stabbed the day before and had died from a single knife wound. So he really wasn't in the right place. And I learned a lesson that day. You never know what's going on with someone.
That's all well and good, but he wants to dispense some advice to us, this guy, the video that we are watching. He wants us to follow the things that he's saying. And I won't be able to to take somebody who presents himself the way this guy is presenting himself. Seriously.
He's not actually presenting himself. I say he's just on a camera and he's just rambling bollocks. He's just moving about. He's probably doesn't even know why he started the bleeding video.
But the act of...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's an actual action of uploading the video to the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
It's
well, we all know CC
decision.
does weird shit like that, don't we?
Yes. And he feels the same way.
I mean, perhaps he just thought that when he did that video, he clearly just thought, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Upload. Said all I think I've got all I needed to get on there. If not, say some more crap than the next video. Upload.
Well, I'm gonna hit go on this guy. There's 55 seconds left. We'll see if we can get through without having to interrupt him. But at this point, I'm not rooting for him.
Other company, going out to eat, just do other things with your time. So that's the goal. It's much more fun to take walks, to be with friends not oriented around food, and do things that really fill you up and feed your inner child with love, enthusiasm, joy, fun.
He doesn't realize he's going to be dead before he...
Yeah, and having your own sacred space where you can...
So he's saying avoid your friends, and
those are the,
you enjoy it and have fun. And he sounds like he's about to slit his wrist.
Did this guy have an eating disorder? He's describing a lot of strategies used by people with actual eating disorders.
Yeah.
I think this guy might have some serious health issues like hypoglycemia and an eating disorder.
Oh, and the drug addiction. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah, like I'm
might just be butt ass crazy.
I'm almost worried about laughing at him because, like, on the one hand, he's terrible for society because he's encouraging people to do all of these unhealthy things. But on the other hand, like, are we making fun of a legitimately ill person? I'm not sure.
It's certainly borderline, isn't it?
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing, Monkey. It really could be. At this point, we have 20 seconds left. Do we want to hear it, or do we want to just stuff him in the bin?
I don't think there's any point.
Really being careful how you spend your time.
Yes.
Yes. There was no point to that. There was nothing to debunk. There was nothing to really talk about apart from he really shouldn't be up there doing that.
It's just really sad anyway,
And if Bad Astra is correct, then we shouldn't be making fun of him. Like, if he's really got problems, push him, I don't know, over the deep end or something.
I really hope I'm not right. I really hope that he's just full of shit and is, like, about to eat a ribeye steak and, like, is lying to everybody.
No, but
not being funny,
funny,
but it doesn't look like he's eaten a ribeye steak for years.
Yeah, I don't think he could afford it.
Not even that. He just doesn't look like he's got that kind of nutrition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry there, Globehead?
I'm saying he does look like he's gonna pass out or something. He looks very pale and clammy. He looks like he needs some food in his system.
Indeed. I agree. So, anybody want to do a thought and wrap up on him? You want to hear the next titles? What am I doing here?
Here's the wrap up. He was stupid. Let's go. What's it?
Well, I think that you should be we should consider these videos. So, number one, we have Freedom Day canceled. Otherwise, no legal bias or basis for. Let me just hover and see what it does fully say. Oh, come on, Windows. Seriously. Here we go. Try again. No legal basis for rolling out jabs. Ooh, it's even worse than I thought. Okay. We have, let's see here. Where is it here? Oh, medical professional goes on a rant about masks. And we have trust science or common sense.
That's one.
Ooh, science or common sense sounds good.
Science. Science.
Southern Hemisphere?
Science.
Yeah, we're all with that.
Right.
We're all on the same boat.
Okay. I will give you a warning because I did see the thumbnail for the video. I put it into the, large mode or whatever. And
wait, I'm going to make a prediction. I want to make a prediction, Dick. There's no common sense. There's no common sense. Just saying.
Not the way we know it anyway.
No.
Can I just Can I just say, I mean, how long we've been going now, and I don't remember ever seeing a video on any of our shows, including this one, which I'm debuting, where there was any common sense at all.
True.
Yeah, you got a point there. So I will tell you this one as I kick it over. This is one of those moments where I got to say, careful what you wish for.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris. From New York, Westchester County. It's 5:22.
Who gives a fuck? It's not now, is it?
When the media told you that sneezing created a 35-foot radius of infection, I was there. I was outdoors helping others. When the media told you that any surface that you make contact with, that a virus could last up to 72 hours, I was there helping other people. When the media told you that
what the fuck?
You have to stay in. Do not go out. Do not drive anywhere. Order all your food from an outdoor source. I was there to help other people. When the media told you,
does he want a medal or the shirt to the chest?
What was he doing? Helping others? Like, what was he? He clearly wasn't helping other people by social distancing.
He might as well be. He might as well be saying, "When the Pope farted, I was there." What the hell?
Can I just say something, right? I mean, like that long pause there. He's a classic. I did a video on him, and his video was just rambling on for ages. But I edited about 6 minutes of him just looking in the mirror at himself, looking around, banging on about some geezer that was driving too fast, and combing his, putting his hands through his hair, and just long pauses. And I could not believe how much of his 18-minute video was just him talking was actually only about 11 minutes. The rest was just him being a vain, stupid twat.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So he was preening himself in a mirror. That's what he was doing most of the video.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Pretty much.
Also, I know this isn't super relevant to the content, which is definitely stupid, but why is he filming this in his car?
Because his wife hates him.
Yeah. Most flat earthers, we believe most flat earthers film in their car because their family doesn't agree with them and won't let them film in their homes.
Or in their basement, like
or
Daniel Pratt.
Or garage.
Yeah, garage.
Yeah.
Outside, pick a better background than the interior of a car.
Oh, no, they all film in their cars.
At least he's parked this round.
I don't like it. It's just be better.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, they do it. They do it because it's an easy way to control the sound and muffle it, and it sounds better than them sitting in like an empty kitchen and it's all echoey. So,
Yeah.
like, really, just find yourself a space, man. Put some blankets up. I don't know, green screen
Astra.
shit.
But guys, there is a video where CC was in his kitchen filming, and his wife comes in and she goes, "Would you stop that bullshit?" And he let it go on YouTube, and it's still there to this day. She just punks him right off. So this is, hence the car. Yeah.
I mean, who would upload that? Come on.
I know.
An idiot.
I mean, you can get a video editor for free. Hell, I have one. I spent $6 a year on. It works great.
My video editor is free.
Yeah, mine too.
And I got like amazing features on it.
You're using HitFilm, are you?
No, I'm using Filmix.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, the only thing about it is that its name ends up being on the video. But for all its features, I don't really mind anymore.
Oh, you should try HitFilm. Completely free, no watermark, nothing. It's what I use for all the Shills intros and stuff. It has unbelievable features, killer composite shots and whatnot. Oh, it's awesome, and it's completely free.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, powerful. And then they have little plug-in packs, few bucks here, few bucks there. You can get some real fancy effects, or you can just learn in the background how to composite those effects yourself and do it. A lot harder, but more satisfying, your choice. But anyway, it's a good one. Hit Film Express.
Well, thanks for the commercial break. Let's get back to CC.
Yeah, here we go. For those that have a thing for older cartoons, I would say that CC, when he looks directly at the camera, looks just like Johnny Bravo's father would. You tell me.
Oh my god, yeah.
They have done so much damage to the human population right now. I can't even tell you how bad it is. I mean, I understand the human mind is it's
you don't understand shit.
Well, when it's trained like
It's a muscle, and
it's easy to mold. You know what I'm saying? And when they're watching CNN and they're watching all these
I don't know what you're saying.
ridiculous media.
Can I just make a quick joke here? So, CC, Chris, you want to see me comb my hair really fast?
Platforms. They don't know what to do. Because they believe it. And I mean, I could understand that in a way. Even when I was a child, I was annoyed when the media would come on or the news would come on because I knew it was all bullshit.
Are you guys sure he's not like an old fat Andrew Dice Clay?
When it comes down to nonsense.
Also, this is actually
And that's
pretty
what we're dealing with
insidious.
right now.
Discrediting
I've
media
been out there.
sources is how you build a cult. Like, discrediting media is really, really dangerous because if you tell other people that you are the only one to be trusted and like other sources are lying, so you can't like check them and you can't like all the fact checkers are wrong and lying to you, that's very, very dangerous. And I don't think it also upsets me that this guy has the same name as my dog. Although I do think my dog is smarter, mainly because she knows when
You've actually got a dog called CC Chris from Westchester County, New York. Wow, what do you call him for short? No, Walkies, Chris, CC, Chris. I mean, head in. I'd have picked him just like, I don't know, Chris.
Yeah. But, you're not an idiot. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a monkey. Now put some more idiot
There's
on.
a difference.
Yeah, let it roll, man.
No, well, hold on one sec. Before we get into it again, Danny Jones Hoax Police in our live chat right now was just saying about doing some debunking and whatnot. Just went over and checked out the channel. definitely looks like it's worthy of our audience. Absolutely. So I'm going to toss the link in the chat here, and yeah, and then I will. So the next link I drop is for Danny Jones Hoax Police, and then I'm going to hit play, and you all can suck it and listen.
Since day one, and I'm sure many other flat earthers have been too. Out there, living our lives and enjoying ourselves, while these other people that are just now starting to come out and still wearing face masks, and they've been vaxxed. Well, I don't know. You see, this is something I don't understand. All right, the science led them here, to get vaxxed, right? Okay, now tell me, am I wrong? So, if they believe in the science that led them to get vaxxed, why do they not believe the science that they don't have to wear a face mask anymore?
Wait a minute, is this guy doing this from a vaccine site?
They have a suit of armor on right now.
Because if he's doing it from a vaccine site, I was wondering, because he said these people are coming out and they're coming out of getting vaccines and they have face masks on. Everybody knows this: when you get the vaccine, you're not instantly immune to anything, first of all. You have to let it kick in. There's so many, what is it, like 20 or 30 days before, after the last shot, before you're even safe. So yeah, if I'm going to walk out from getting vaxxed, I'll probably have a mask on because there's a lot of people around and the vaccine hasn't kicked in yet. So yeah.
Well, the other thing when it comes to vaccines, the other thing is most of these people don't understand how vaccines work. Vaccines don't mean you have a suit of armor on and the disease comes and bounces off of you. Your body, the disease still enters your body. It's just your body's able to fight it off.
Exactly.
So, yes, it has something to help it. Yeah.
Right, to help it fight. So even though you're vaccinated, first off, it's not 100% effective. How do I know that I'm immune? I got vaccinated. I don't know that I'm 100% immune. So there's that. I don't know if I've been exposed to the virus, whether or not I'm going to get sick. I know that I'm not going to be hospitalized. I know I'm not going to die, but I could still get sick with the virus. And they were still, till recently, they're starting to find out that it's not likely, but they still didn't know that if I got the virus being vaccinated, whether I could give it to someone else. So maybe that's why people who are vaccinated are still wearing masks.
Absolutely.
It's
well,
like,
plus, if you are vaccinated and you're carrying around and you walk by somebody that's not vaccinated and give it to them, you can make them deathly ill and maybe kill them. So yeah, wear your mask. Be respectful. That's what my mask says. Be respectful across it. Exactly.
Yes. Linda, isn't it correct to say that the vaccination means that the virus won't affect you, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to actually catch on to your person?
Exactly. That's exactly what it means. But these people think that I got a vaccine, so therefore I'm immune. I can't get sick at all, or I can't get the virus. And it's like, you don't understand how vaccine works, which is why we need herd immunity. We don't need herd immunity for the stupid reasons they think we do. We need herd immunity because if enough people have the vaccine, then the vaccine has nowhere to spread.
You mean the disease has nowhere to spread?
The disease has nowhere to spread. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's how you get rid of diseases.
Yeah.
Enough people have to be vaccinated. And it's idiots like him that are why I worry about this country getting rid of COVID.
Yes, and wasn't there like a measles outbreak?
Yep.
A few years ago.
There were a bunch.
People.
Anti-vax people, yes. Yeah. Because unfortunately, we have too many people in the United States that have been vaccinated that have never experienced outbreaks of any disease. They're young.
And they don't understand that's the reason why they haven't experienced it. Because of that. Vaccine.
Because if you look at the population who got COVID vaccines, you will see that in the 65 and older population, we've already reached herd immunity in that group. That group of people in most of the country, I mean, in the state of Connecticut, 90% of people over 65 have gotten the vaccine because most of them lived through polio.
Yep.
They had friends they know. And what got rid of polio? Nothing got rid of polio except the polio vaccine.
Yes.
Just like tuberculosis. And in this country, they stopped vaccinating against it. And then it started popping up again here and there. So, yeah, they vaccinate now. So that clearly works.
We have drug-resistant TB in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's people who don't complete the course or don't know that they have it, so they can take the medication and help them. It's... so we have drug-resistant TB where they need more advanced vaccines or medication to help TB patients.
Yep. Yeah. And
damn good chat this is. This is good.
Yeah. And his whole first part about, the media said this, the media said that. No, that's the science, and you don't understand the science.
I mean, I won't argue with him. We all know that the media does some bullshit and exaggerates stuff for money is why they do it. We all know that most media does that, but that doesn't mean everything they're saying is bullshit. If they're telling you science, it's like I tell anybody, go to 3 different news channels, watch the same story, whatever matches up across the 3, that's the truth usually.
Yeah. You have to be able to understand what you're hearing.
Well, yeah. Well,
you can't
touche.
You can't just blindly believe what everybody tells you. I mean,
and
flat earthers are the ones that say to people all the time, you're indoctrinated. Do your own research. Exactly. Yeah. Do your own research. You're indoctrinated. But at the same time, they want to criticize people and say, oh, well, you were believing this and you were believing that. No, I wasn't. I wasn't sitting there believing that. I'm sorry. I was not one of those people that brought home my groceries and disinfected them because I knew it wasn't going to live that long on my groceries. And that it was not likely that it was going to get COVID from my groceries because I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because I understand, there are a lot of viruses that are on surfaces. It's whether I touch my groceries and then immediately touched my face. That's how you get it.
Exactly.
It's not whether it's sitting on the groceries, because there's that one idiot that walks around the grocery store or Walmart touching things and then touching his face. And it's like, what are you doing?
I mean, really, just wash your fucking hands, but that should be every day anyways. It has nothing to do with COVID or the flu. Like, you should always do that. My sister went in to see my nephew. He had his appendix out. I think he was like just turned 18 or something, like 17. And he had his appendix out, and she went to visit him at the hospital, and she touched a doorknob and got fucking MRSA.
Yeah.
There's shit everywhere. It has nothing to do with COVID. Just be smart and wash your damn hands. And wash your ass, too, just in case you didn't think of that.
Right.
I never wash my ass.
Well, there's the problem.
There's no problem.
Bidet.
No problem at all. Listen, I pick at it, roll it up, start playing with
Bidet.
There we go.
Bidet.
Oh,
Bidet.
and in the meantime, we've got a great... Can I say a great comment here from, we've got one from Purple Rhymes with Orange. It says, at the beginning of COVID, they were telling people to take a lot of extra precautions because they were not certain what ways the virus was able to spread.
Yeah, no, that is true. And within the first 8 months of saying, hey, COVID is in the U.S. and announcing it, they had totally debunked that. Like, they had disproved that was even a thing and told people not to worry about it. But people got stuck on that, so they're still freaking out. People still wearing gloves and stuff in certain areas. It's just, just use your damn... Well, never mind. Common sense is not common.
Yeah. No, it isn't. No. It isn't.
It doesn't even exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to say to CC...
Sorry, Globe, go ahead.
Oh, if he doesn't trust the media, then why doesn't he just go source the actual scientific research? The papers, there are published papers on these topics. So if he doesn't want to trust the media, there are other places he can get his information from.
Yeah, but then he'd have to trust science.
Yes.
Yeah, and he doesn't do that, does he?
Exactly.
No.
Apparently he trusts nothing.
He trusts his hair.
I wonder if he dusts his mail for like anthrax and shit too.
Probably not. He's too stupid.
I do, since being on YouTube, but that's a different story.
He'd mess up using
It's
the
probably
kit.
from all the hairspray. You know, he's been sipping hairspray and he's lost his shit.
Hey, Aquanet is serious, man.
Does anybody want more CC, or should we just, turn it into a chat show?
Well, we can let it roll so we can pick on him in another 3 minutes. But
I love making fun of anti-vaxxers. It's one of my favorite pastimes. They are evil. They lead to children dying. I want to roast them forever.
I was just going to shout out. I was just going to shout out your video here, so I'm just trying to scroll up and find the link you dropped there, Astra. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, drop it again. That Astra did an amazing take on anti-vaxxers in a great video. Here, yeah, she just dropped the link, so get that in your up next list or whatever, people that are better at it than me do on YouTube, and there you go.
Yeah, it is. I go into, not only did I read the entirety of the CDC and the FDA's website, and I explain the entire process for review. I explain what the emergency use authorization is. It's actually very close to FDA approval, so don't freak out about that. I also explain what mRNA is and how it doesn't even enter the nucleus. It's not going to change your DNA. It's literally, it never leaves your cytoplasm. It's so, I debunk everything. And also I remind everybody that the anti-vax movement leads to tons and tons of unnecessary child deaths. And killing children is probably good. Let's not kill children. I know.
Yes.
This will take.
Yeah. When it comes to children, I really prefer them alive as opposed to dead because they're just more fun to play with. But that could be me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's really not. There's no common sense anymore. So I can't tell whether that's something everyone agrees with.
Yeah, well, It should be called uncommon sense because most of the populace no longer possesses it.
Yes. That's where I got that saying from. My brother said that when he was 15, 16 years old, and he's 50 something now. So, but he came up to my mother and said, "Mom, I've decided that common sense is not common." It was amazing.
Yeah. Smart. Yep. So, do y'all want a bit more CC then, or?
Yeah, roll it, Dick.
No, I just wanted to say something before you carry on. Mm-hmm. Damn, the thought just escaped my mind. Wow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Shit.
Right, but
popped right out of my head.
Oh, I fucked that right up. Okay. As soon as I push play, she's going to remember, and I'll push pause, and she'll tell us. So,
exactly.
You know how it goes, right? Yeah, that's how it works, man. All right, here we go.
But they're still wearing it. Why? Are they questioning science? But science brought them to where they are right now, pumped up with some sort of shit that we have no fucking idea what it is, and who the hell knows what's going to happen to them in 10 years after there's no repercussions. I mean, even the fucking flu shot, for crying out loud, which I've never taken before. I mean, at least they have 12 years of clinical trial, there for you, but they have nothing. Zero.
That's not true.
And they've lined up for it.
They've been messing with that shit for years.
I love what Ox said in the chat. I heard that if you get the vaccine, then stand in front of a mirror, close your eyes and say, "It's fake, it's fake, it's fake." Then you open your eyes and you'll see a dumbass looking back at you.
That's awesome.
Nice one.
Also, his thing about the trials is just patently untrue. First of all, there's a new flu vaccine that comes out every single year. you can't have 12 years of clinical trials every year. That's not how time works. Second of all, there were months of clinical trials and hundreds of thousands of people. Like, okay, across multiple vaccines, there were hundreds of thousands of people, but like all of these vaccines were tested on a wide variety of demographic groups.
Yes.
A wide variety of ages. Like, it took months and over 100,000 people for each vaccine, at least for Pfizer and Moderna. Those are the ones I actually look into really closely because I'm in America. Like, they did do trials. There was news about it. It was all over the news, which he doesn't watch, I guess.
No.
That's what I wanted to say. Aren't they saying that they are trying to microchip the people with this vaccines?
Oh yeah, you become
the crazy
magnetic.
ones are,
But it's
and you get
stupid.
5G internet, and they say all kinds of stupid shit about it. It's ridiculous.
I gotta say, after getting the vaccine, when the 5G kicks in, it's pretty lit.
God, I can't wait.
You know what, right? What I don't realise is, I forget where I heard this, I think it was Simon Dan, for any of you that missed it, one vial of the vaccine contains 6 doses, so how would they know they've pulled up a bleeding microchip? And besides, if they want to track us, we carry little devices in our hands and do everything on it. So if they want to track us, they simply can track us.
Exactly.
Yeah, who here doesn't have a cell phone? Seriously.
Well, I don't know how to work one. I mean, I just put it in my mouth.
Sal does all her work on phones. She's incredible with phone.
Yeah, the point is, as long as you have a cell phone, they can track you. They don't have to have some fucking chip in the damn vaccine.
Exactly.
And by the way, how do they know everybody gets the chip distributed evenly? If, let's say they have, I don't know how they're distributed, but most vaccines are distributed, there's so many shots per vial. So did they just shoot all 5 of them into the first person, the other 4 don't have any? Or that's really been my question this entire time. If someone can answer that, that'd be great.
How do they extract it from the bottle? Because the needles, the needle has a little opening point and a little tube that goes through it.
Yeah, it only sucks up one at a time. Yeah, there you go. And how do they know which chip you got out of those 5 doses to track you by? This is ridiculous.
They haven't contemplated all the problems.
That's down to me.
When the patients had it, they scan you without you knowing. It's just a little quick, and it's like, there we go. Now we've got you, sunshine. Now go and stick a spoon to your arm.
Woden Toad said that's why there's a 15-day waiting period. It's for calibration. Thank you, Woden Toad.
That whole thing with picking the right chip one at a time and stuff, that's kind of like going into the sperm bank and getting to select your own little swimmer. Like, come on, really? It doesn't work that way,
Ooh, I want the purple chip.
Yeah.
But do you know what it does?
So here, let me get some stats for you here. We have 2 minutes of video left. Because it's CC, I am going to speed it up now because if this son of a bitch doesn't learn to talk faster, I swear to God, I will find out where he lives, fly there, and kick his ass. But that's a different story.
It's Westchester County, New York.
Yeah.
Just look for the dumbass sitting in his car.
Yeah. Well, all you'd have to do is walk around the town.
Which one it is?
It'd be easy. All you have to do is walk around town and say, have you seen a silver-haired idiot talking to himself in his car? Yeah, he lives on 34th Street. It'd be that fucking simple,
If
right?
you're going to Westchester, New York, they're going to ask you which one there are 5 on this street.
Well, that's probably true. But look, I have his picture. All I have to, you see what I mean? It would be very simple, right?
Yeah, you'd find him.
Charlie Welch said you can find him at divorce court.
Well,
Yeah,
Shall we?
Brought people
all
for this
right.
fucking shot, and they've been sitting in my fucking truck, and I'm telling that I just want to tell them, what the hell are you doing? Why? What? Don't worry about it. You still go to a football game if you want to. You can still go to a baseball game if you want to. They're just going to segregate you over there, and that's fine with me. Not that I would ever go to one of these stupid events anyway, but still, I mean, think about it. When we were all trained, when we go to these stadiums.
Did he just out himself as someone who never leaves his house or car?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
He gets from his house to his car, he drives, he makes the video, he drives back home and uploads it to the internet.
And then he
I
uses
wouldn't
the
go
word
to your stupid
segregate.
event. Even if you did invite me, I wouldn't want to go.
Woden Toad said he's
Wow.
probably an Uber or Lyft driver.
Oh, can you imagine? He'd be one of those guys that starts preaching and wouldn't shut up, and you'd end up on a fucking rainy street corner because you couldn't handle him, and you just had to get out of the car.
Tuck and roll, man. Tuck and roll.
Agreed. Well, a little bit more then. He causes a lot of pauses that can really go on because in 30 seconds, he can say so much wrong that everybody gets angry.
Yes. Yes.
True.
Yeah.
That is what he's good at.
Yeah. I'm getting drunk and I really don't like him right now. So, there's that, right? So here, I'll kick it in. Here we
You
go.
have one guy on top of you, sneezing back and forth. And now they're going to segregate the people that are not masked. I mean, that are not vaxxed. And that's fine. They're going to keep them 6 feet in distance. I think that's a pleasure. Do you have to pay extra for that? I don't think so. All right. So, I mean, really, this actually, the tables are, no, you know what? I'm not going to get into it right now. But, okay, so that last video that I put out anyway was a nice reminder of, what they've been doing. And the 80s was very strong. I think that's where the programming really started, and in the 70s. Not as much in the 50s, but I mean, very strong in the 70s and very strong in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, because there was no propaganda in the life in the 50s. Of course. No, not at all. Not at all. You only had TV shows completely sponsored by cigarette companies and whatnot. But yeah, no programming. None. Fuck.
And we skipped over the 60s completely.
Yeah.
Well,
those people were just stoned. They don't remember that the 60s.
I was going to say that guy was high in the 60s. He doesn't remember that shit.
Exactly.
He's still fucking high.
Jesus, they seem to be sharing the LSD around tonight, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, Dick, give
I,
us some more.
Look
right,
up,
all right.
just
Yeah.
research.
There's not
Check
much.
it out. You're going to find a lot of neat stuff. Anyway, I hope everybody's good. And I hope you're enjoying the. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. China put a radio transmitter on the dark side of the moon. That's a great place for it, isn't it, guys? Of all the places on the moon, why not put a radio telescope on the dark side? You see how much bullshit this is? I mean, come on, man. I mean, if you can't wake up to this fucking bullshit.
What?
What does that have to do with COVID? What the?
So
He riles people up and then he says, I hope you're good. I hope you're good. And then he starts riling them up some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's face it, right now, at this very moment, I could come up with 3 or 4 different ways of making sure that a telescope on the dark side of the moon can communicate with us no problem. You could use a few little relay dropped, land buoys, so to speak. You could have a little orbiting thing. Come on. This is simple. Come on. This is simple.
Yeah.
So I'm currently on the NASA page for the Lunar Crater Radio Telescope, which is on the far side of the moon. It says some of the advantages include that it can observe the universe at really long wavelengths, which are reflected by the Earth's ionosphere. So it doesn't have any interference from that. The moon acts as a physical shield that isolates the lunar surface from interference. Like it's actually really cool. I mean, you can go Google it later, but like,
and to look out without the interference of the Earth's atmosphere, that must be really nice.
Yeah, and without interference from the from radio from Earth, the radio waves that we emit of all frequencies, and surely that's common sense.
Well, and we've got a few great comments from the chat, right?
Yeah,
So Charlie Welch says, he says,
I did.
fuck yeah, the dark side. Does he understand anything about photography or telescopes? A telescope on the dark side of the moon is an awesome idea, right? You got Mark Bizet. He says the radio telescope is on the far side of the moon because they are trying to pick up signals from outside of the solar system. And then there's another one, if I scroll here, the John Eagle, the dark side of the moon is the best place for a radio telescope. Yeah. I live near a radio telescope that's doing some great work right now, so I do know that to be true. And the moon is flat on the backside. It's a billboard warning sign, light to stay away. That's from Ox.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah. Also, the Earth itself, fun fact, is actually a big radio source. So the moon shields the moon shields the telescope from all the radio coming from the Earth because we communicate with radio waves.
And that makes so much sense. Why would he say that Chris is... I don't know. I don't want to be nasty.
Also, why is he giving China credit? Like, this is a U.S. thing.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. Why the hell is he doing that?
He hasn't had his sane. He hasn't had his sane card stamped this month, has he?
Yeah. He's probably driving to get his treatment in the Love Me jacket right now. So the clock on the wall says... Yeah, well, the clock on the wall says 26 seconds, so it's a marathon. We're going to the end.
If you can't wake up to this bullshit, then you're fucking done. Done! For the last fucking year and a half, you have been dealing with complete nonsense. Bullshit!
That's not true.
I didn't know he had been on YouTube for a year and a half.
I know, same thing. We've been watching him. That's definitely bullshit.
Absolute fucking idiocy. This guy, he's just lost the plot, hasn't he? I mean, he's actually getting angry and saying that if we don't wake up to this bullshit, we're fucking done.
And while he's saying that,
done.
But while he's saying that, science still carries on.
Yeah.
You know, all these fluffs and anti-vaxxers, they are making such a noise while the scientists are carrying on what they do.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God the scientists are carrying on.
Unironically. And then he really does get angry. Why does he get angry? If he is right, he doesn't need to be angry.
Oh, I get the anger because he thinks he's so right that he is literally frustrated and angry that the rest of the world is so stupid compared to him. That's how unbelievable. That's his pedestal makes Mount Olympus look like a step stool.
Can I just say something though? I mean, all right, so we all need to wake up in his eyes, but like, why the fuck does he even care? Why did he give a shit?
Well, I think it's similar to certain groups of Christians that go out and they have to try to save you.
What, by
compulsion
done and insulting us? Leave the fucking insulting to me, you backward thinking dipshit.
And that's what I think. If you're gonna insult somebody, they're not gonna want to listen to you. And he has not learned that.
I tell the Christians that all the time. You call me an asshole, and then you walk up to me on the street and say you should follow Christ. Well, fuck you.
Yeah, just the other day somebody called me dumb for
Oh my
questioning some things. Yeah, like you want to call me dumb, but you tell me that you serve a loving God. No, thanks.
Yeah, I will say this. If somebody tells you to follow Jesus and you happen to be in Mexico or something, he might know where there's a good after hours bar. So you might want to listen.
Like tequila,
I'm just saying. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure most of the people that think they're smarter than everybody else are the stupidest people on the face of the planet.
We have a term for that.
Dunning-Kruger.
Dun 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 dun. What else you got there, Dick?
Well, I'm going to look into the bag of stupid and see what kind of tricks I got here. Let's see. We have, let's see, How I Roll. Remember that one from earlier that I called? And we've got, let's see, there's a few ones in here that are really ridiculous. We do have Blue Marble Silenced.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Yeah, and for Southern, that could be Blue Marble Science silenced. I'm not sure, right? You can't tell by the thumbnail. It could be interesting video. And then we've got, let's see here. Where's another one? Oh, yeah, the medical professional goes on a rant about masks.
Ooh.
Not masks
tempting.
Again.
Yeah, just wear your masks, people. Just wear your
I would recommend Blue Marble Silenced because there could be some good stuff in that.
I wonder if
before
it's
you
that.
get to go, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but before you get to go, Matt's getting keyed up, so I'm going to head out. I just want to say thank you to Southern Hemisphere Globe Head for coming tonight. It's so great to see you. Good to see everybody else too. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
Have a great night.
I do need to swap out people. My flatmate's got people coming over and it's going to get loud. So literally one's arrived and yeah. I ain't going to be able to chat. But I'll tell you what, I'll still be watching. Love you all. SHGH. See, the alcohol does work. Love you, babe. Be no justice.
Love you, Jetman.
Bye. Mipet, Astra, nice to meet you, Linda, baby.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
out of here. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Peace out, buddy.
Bye,
All right.
Love you too, Jet.
All right. So, where the hell were we going there now? Because I'm lost. I don't even remember what fucking videos I read out to you.
Blue
Oh,
Marble.
the
Blue Marble.
Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So let's see what. Yeah.
I did come across a video where Blue Marble Science had something about the LIGO lab, and then two guys made a video about that video. So it could be that.
Oh, it might be. You're right. Okay. Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll switch over to the video set and let it play. Oh, why is that asshole there?
No, not
What the
him.
hell's going on? Yeah. This video won't play. What's going on? Okay, hold on.
It's uncalled
Pull
for.
it now.
That's a thing. It's just always a video.
I am
we have
representing the
trouble with.
profession of surveying.
Oh, here we
as
go.
an
Okay.
individual.
Here we go.
Well. Blue Marble Science made a video called How LIGO Demonstrates Earth Curvature. How cute, Blue Marble. Well, it shows Earth curvature. Anyway, so what he did was pulled up the blueprints from the supposed, blueprints from the construction of LIGO. And guess what? The elevations match what he would call Earth curvature, right? 8 inches per mile squared on his supposed model. But you got a bit of a problem there, buddy. You got.
I just want to point out that this is almost at 1.3 speed, 1.28, and that's what he sounds like.
How slow was he talking?
I also want to point out this is another guy outside of his house recording away from his wife. Just saying.
Good
And also,
observation.
the 8 inches per mile squared is obviously wrong, so we start off on the wrong foot already.
Yes, it's a parabola.
Yep. That's too funny. Yeah, just hold your garden hose in front of you as if it's, that thing you wished was that big in your pants, and watch the curve. Okay, should I let him keep going then?
Oh yeah.
What is it? It's a pretty well put together video. You can tell he's got some people, working for him, and he's just a good old voice doing the video. But what he's got there is an elevation change from the vertex out to the ends. He has an elevation change. Okay. Now, what I've told him before, and he doesn't seem to get it, is I say, if you survey out 1 mile and you measure an 8-inch drop, what do you call that? An elevation change or earth curvature? And every time he'll go, earth curvature. I'm like, really? Okay. So a surveyor who uses a horizontal measuring instrument called an auto level through differential leveling techniques along that mile, not one shot all the way down, no. Taking a foresight and a backsight all the way through that mile, and you measure an 8-inch drop. That's a vertical change from the horizontal. That's called an elevation change. Okay, it's not earth curvature. So if you're measuring an elevation change that equates to 8 inches per mile squared over the 4-kilometer distance of each straight arm of the LIGO, which is at a right angle, oddly enough. What you're doing is establishing a horizontal plane. Okay. If the terrain varies in elevation
Also,
from that horizontal,
this is very.
it's not.
I want to, it's all well and good that he explains, but show your drawings or show your equipment or something. Not just your face and you going 8 inches per mile square drop is an elevation change. Like, we want to see your calculations. We want to see your drawings, your experiment.
It's called, you want to see evidence?
And evidence is like oxymoron.
As opposed to a claim. Your
Yes,
flapping thumbs is a claim. We want to see some evidence.
I try not to use the word evidence when I'm like addressing them, because they do get terrified of that word.
Yes.
Exactly.
Does anybody else get the impression that if he sat down and opened up the Pornhub page, opened his drawer and couldn't find his sock puppets, he would give his wife shit?
Now,
should I play some more of the Puppet Master then?
Please.
Creating a tangent point. Okay, you're totally lost. I'm sure people believe what you say, but it's too bad for them because you're a deceiver. That's what you do. That's your job as a debunker, or that way, deceiver. But anyway, yeah, you just make a video and you call it a debunk, and you imagine that you've actually debunked something. But we went through this thing extensively with you, and what you failed to realize is that those mirrors are hanging from a pendulum. Okay, that means it's vertical. Okay, that laser is shot horizontally from the vertex to the ends of the arms. Okay, and those mirrors are on pendulums hanging vertically.
What's the difference between what he's doing and what the other? He said the other guy's just deceiving and acting like he's debunking a video. What's he doing right now?
Nothing.
Indeed. This is flirpical masturbation, actually.
Wow.
Why is he sweating so much?
Why is the camera so close? He can't get a tripod or like put his phone on, I don't know, a hard surface so it just stays. Like he just is he just holding it out and
yeah, his arm got tired. Yeah.
He doesn't even have a holder
because he's in Florida and he's hiding from his wife and he's afraid she's gonna open the door and catch him talking shit and acting stupid and embarrassing her.
Exactly. Exactly. And his arm is too short. So he can't hold it out far enough to get his whole face in the frame.
I just, not to be a snob about video creation, but like, you're on YouTube. Your job is to make watchable, enjoyable videos. And part of that is in the technical aspect. Like, and you can do this without money. Like, you can put your phone on, you can prop it up on something. You can use like a headphone mic. Like, you don't have to get a tripod, a DSLR, Final Cut, lav mics. You don't have to do all of that. But you have to try. It's a visual medium.
Yes, I
Agreed.
built myself a little contraption to hold my phone steady when I'm filming sunsets, and I just took a piece of plank and I taped some styrofoam together and I made a little gap where my phone can fit, and that's how my sunsets are steady.
Oh,
Simple.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's brilliant.
Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. I myself, I will have to cut in here and say I'm of a slightly different opinion that YouTube, depending on the content you're creating, is actually more audio than visual, because quite a few people use YouTube when they're doing dishes and stuff, and they're not so much watching, but they're listening. And that's why I'm very much of the opinion that audio quality counts. And
Agreed.
to be honest, I mean, I have pretty good audio quality. I went to audio engineering school. I've been a musician for years. I have practical experience, and I am only using about $240 Canadian worth of microphone gear. So it's not that big a reach. But that, that's the other side of the coin. I don't think either one of us is right or wrong. I really do think it depends on the content you are presenting.
Yeah,
Also,
and you got people in the
what
chat
topic it
agreeing
is.
with you on that, Dick, saying it's all about the audio, and most people just listen in the background. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
But lav mics and Blue Yetis aren't expensive. Like, you can get a really nice USB mic for like $100.
But Blue Yetis are terrible. Please, if you're about to buy a Blue Yeti, PM me instead. For the love of God, do
Just
it,
spend
please.
another $20. Go on Amazon. You can find yourself an AT 2020 for about 120,
Yes.
130 bucks.
Yeah, please do it. Oh God, please. Okay, anyway, we've derailed this so bad. It's not funny.
Now
I know
we're
I
really
did
out
it.
of the snobs.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a lot of friends
so-
who use snowballs.
Oh, I've got a snowball over on my fridge right now, actually, and I took it apart to look inside, and I left it apart because, well, that's exactly what that fucking mic deserves. I hate. Okay, so I have to shut up now, and I'm going to do just that. Mute. Let me know when you want to push play.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what you establish through that area, and I've told you this, I don't even know how many times. What you're establishing is you have a vertical at the apex, all right? You shoot the laser out horizontally, right? Perpendicular to that vertical. The laser goes out 4 kilometers. You know, most people don't realize how far 4 kilometers is, but go out to like the most level area you know of that you can see really far, okay? And you're probably going to see about a mile, maybe a mile and a half. Probably not, okay? That's a very, very far distance. And 4 kilometers is about 2.48 miles, whatever, down that distance. That's a rough number. I don't know why I have that number in my head. I think it's accurate. But, yeah, that's right.
I wonder
2.48
why
miles.
in a very
So that
flat
laser
place,
shoots out.
you won't see that far.
It bounces off
Could
that
it
mirror
be
and comes
because
all the way
the
back.
Earth is curved?
Speaking of which, Bob the Science Guy on his new channel, Research Flat Moon, yes, that's what I said, has just done his own experiment where he measured the curve of the Earth using a laser, and it was done perfectly.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to go check
Oh,
that
it's
out.
amazing. It's amazing. Research Flat Moon. I'm not kidding. That's what it's called. And
Yeah.
it's Bob the Science Guy, and he's got everybody's leg, and he's yanking hard. But I do want to say Colorado Biker Prepper and a couple have decided that they would love to jump in if we're going to do an after show. I'm going to check if Danny Jones Hoax Police wants to join. I've set it for 15 minutes after the top of the hour coming up. So, if anybody wants to hang out, cool. Let me know in a back chat, and it's just going to be a free-for-all. We'll have some fun. So, do you want more of this idiot?
Should we finish it?
Should we finish it? Yeah, that's my suggestion.
There's 1 minute left, so you're not wrong.
I can't remember how many hundreds of times per second. But what they're demonstrating is Euclidean 3 space, which no one has a clue what that is, apparently. Okay, when you have an X, Y, and Z coordinate system, which is X and Y on the horizontal, and you have the Z vertical, that is a 3-dimensional space, 3D reality. Okay, that's what those vertical pendulum mirrors hanging by glass threads, that's that relationship between that vertical and that horizontal laser is Euclidean 3 space. If you don't know what that is, Google it, research it, figure it out.
Everyone knows.
Otherwise, you'll go around
Euclidean
embarrassing yourself
3 space
like
is
Blue
now.
Marble Science. But maybe that was just a satirical video. He is a funny guy. Thanks for watching.
What the heck? What?
Did you fail math or did math fail you?
He went.
I'm thinking the first one. I'm thinking he failed math.
I'm thinking he didn't even go to school. He went past the school gates and just carried on.
Well, the school was a bunch of deceivers and debunkers, apparently.
Yes. It's just people like that just crack me up. I mean, Blue Marble is an electrical engineer, retired, but he's an electrical engineer. That's what I don't know where he worked, but that's his degree. And a really smart guy. And this idiot thinks he knows better. I mean, come on.
Blue sat down and built Cavendish because he had time. You don't just do that. You don't just do that because you're bored. It doesn't, you don't.
No.
That takes some serious skill. And his hands-on for the woodworking and whatnot that it took to build said Cavendish was unbelievable. The attention to detail was like, for somebody like me who likes to tear down an engine and rebuild it because I love the engineering and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely a blast to watch.
I've just dropped the link for Blue in the chat.
Yeah. And
go check it out. He's brilliant. And watching men play with wood, one of my favorite pastimes.
Boom, baby.
Add that southern drawl and you got a very, very good combination there.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So I didn't tell anybody on the panel because I did this in the chat on YouTube, but nobody on the panel has to attend the after show. It can just be a hangout. Don't feel like there's any pressure because it was like spur of the moment. But we've got 10 minutes until the show is supposed to end. So should I try to find something quick, or do you want to just all chat and have wrap-ups?
Yeah, I think maybe wrap-ups.
Yeah.
And then we have a bit of time in between the two streams to abuse each other.
Well, I have to get alcohol, so I need 10 minutes because it's that far away.
There you
right?
go. Oh, you actually literally have to go get alcohol.
Yeah. It's
not just like go to the other room.
Yeah, no, but it's almost that, Linda, because I could literally look out my backyard window, and across my backyard and over the fence is the pub brewery that I'm going to get set beer. Like, it's literally right. I can't smoke a cigarette as fast as I can get there. Just
that's convenient. That's really
well, I didn't move.
convenient.
Yeah, well, I check out my neighborhoods. I'm
one up on you, Dick. I live in the shopping center.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, the grocery store and the liquor store are both simply just downstairs.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
I know where the party's at next year. Yeah.
Okay, so
Mike
well,
said,
let's
"I
go around the
understand
room."
you. Flat earthing without alcohol is hard."
Oh, and Mike knows me well. I mean, Mike on the Shills, we stream a couple times a week together, right? So I know the Bertelsons pretty good, and they know damn well why I drink.
Well, wrong Mike, but yeah, that Mike knows too.
Okay, yeah.
All right. We'll go around the room, yeah? I think.
Yeah. Take us through, Mipet.
I was going to say B. How about you?
Well, I just think all of this, every single bit of this proves one thing. If you're going to run your mouth about something, research it, reference it, get your facts straight before you make a fool of yourself on the internet.
That
Good
totally
points.
sounds like a great point. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Linda, Miss Linda, have you got anything you'd like to say about the anarchy of tonight?
Well, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun being with all you ladies. And yeah, this was a lot of stupid, but there's a lot of stupid out there. There are a lot of stupid
All
people.
too true.
It's scary how many stupid people there are. And just thanks to everybody in the chat for being here.
Beautiful. Astra, what do you have to say to this stupidity?
Well, today I learned that stupid people aren't allowed to film inside.
Yes.
Cars and backyards only.
That I need to talk to Dick and B and several people in the chat about audio gear because I frankly
Astra?
don't know where to start. I am an actor.
Astra, I have a planned little discussion for you and I coming up because I'm the one that tunes all the microphones and whatnot and so on, right? That's kind of my thing. And I can take like the first microphone I ever used to sing some of the Canadian Thomas Fleur parody songs was the USB mic from a Nintendo Wii U. And it still sounded good if you use it right. But we'll get together this week, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, Astra, Dick was talking about doing a stream with a bunch of us. I don't know, private or public, I don't know. And he's going to have us set up all of our mics and everything. So yeah, absolutely. We're talking about just doing it all at once so he doesn't have to chase all of us around to do 10 of them.
Yeah, if it's possible to do that next week, actually, I am going to, or in a couple weeks, I am going to be in North Cascades National Park because I decided to go to Washington State in the middle of the worst heat wave ever.
Wow. What are you doing?
Planning ahead. I planned this in February. When it was cold, 112 fucking degrees out. It was
Astra,
early July.
I am in that heat wave right now. It is 41C where I live.
Yeah.
I hate you all. Send it over here. I'm at 5 bloody degrees now.
I'm frozen.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us back our warm.
Give it a few months and then we'll be complaining it's cold.
Yeah.
Exactly. Southern Hemisphere Globe Head. Sal, how did you feel about tonight?
Well, today I learned that people don't comb their hair, except Cece. Other people literally spit their fingers and cow lick their hair and put their camera on and ramble. Wow, okay.
In the US, we call that the freshly fucked look. what they were fucked by, I'm not even going to go there.
Also, I wanted to say that I wasn't aware of this, but we have South African flat earthers. So
they're everywhere.
I'm looking at setting up a debate on the Shills debate channel.
Yes.
With Sal and another South African flat earther. It's
Cool.
going to be epic. Working on it at the
Give me the
moment.
date. Speaking of the debate, before we sign off, Mipet, you've got to make sure we get a shout out in on the debate coming up.
Absolutely. I've been dropping the there. We're still waiting for a link, but
I'm doing that tomorrow. Because if I get it up too early, it gets lost in the recommended shuffle. So I thought tomorrow would be okay.
So what we've got is Mike Bertelson, our very own Mike Bertelson, versus Spurkismo. I'm not even going to give him anything. 10 p.m. UTC on the 1st of July, which is Thursday. Be there to watch. It's going to be brilliant. That's all I'm going to say. The takedown is going to be insane. So be there or else. I just want to say I put down a couple of notes. I put number 1, German force field, ? The second dude is liquid diet full of energy, get a shave and a haircut. And the third one was CC, anti-vax, and China something.
You got that all right.
So
the Aquanet.
You took very good notes.
So there's me notes for the evening. That's me wrapped up. Dick, what did you think of this evening?
Well, I want to continue in a tradition that Astra has just started. So today I learned, because this is what we do now on the UnCalled Four, right? Yeah. So today I learned that CC is really Johnny Bravo's father. So that's interesting. I also learned that a man that plays with sock puppets in a disgusting way doesn't like blue marble science, but for no reason at all. So there you go. And there was another idiot, but at this moment, I can't get my head out of my own rectum far enough to discuss it because I'm trying to hide like a turtle and it's really not working very well. I'm scared and I need help now.
Send beer.
Yeah. 6-pack and a hug, Dick. 6-pack.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, goodness me. Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone in the chats. You guys are brilliant, and we always have fun with you. You have great insights into these crazy freaking people. And other than that, have a great day, evening, night, whatever, and we'll see you later. Say goodnight, folks.
Good night,
folks.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Good night, fellow babies. Remember, eat Stacky's.